Good morning, this is Arun. Today we are going to see the introduction to stack. In the last class, we have seen introduction to the data structure and we have seen a simple basic C++ program. So stack comes under linear data structure. So we will see what is a stack. A stack is a linear data structure which follows a particular order in which the operations are performed. The order may be LIFO, last in first out, or FILO, first in last out. So you should remember stack means LIFO, last in first out. So I have already said that stack is a linear data structure. Already we have seen that, okay, which follows a particular order in which the operations are performed. It may be some, for example, arithmetic operations. Okay, so the order is LIFO, last in first out. In stack we are going to perform three basic operations. One is push, another one is pop, another one is peek or top, and fourth one is empty. So we will see the basic things about the stack. See here, this is the stack. So push means you are going to insert the element into the memory. So consider this as a memory. So push, you are going to insert the element in the top and you are going to delete the element which is at the top, that is last in first out. If element inserting the element here 10, first element 10, next you are inserting the element as 20, it will 10th element will be here and 20th element will be next to that. The last inserted element is 20, that will be popped out. If you are going to pop means you are going to do the delete. So push means you are going to insert the element, pop means you are going to delete the element. So in stack, insertion and deletion happens on the same end at the top only. So see here, push means adds an item into the stack. If the stack is full, then it is said to be an overflow condition. Next, pop. So this is push element. Pushing at the top of the stack. Pop removes an item from the stack. These items are popped in the reverse order in which they are pushed. If the stack is empty, then it is said to be underflow condition. If the stack is full, that is said to be the overflow. If the stack is empty, then it is said to be the underflow condition. Next is peek. Returns top element of the stack. So which is the top element that will be returned? Is empty, returns true if the stack is empty, else false. Empty means there is no element in the stack. So this is the stack. We will see in detail in the program. How to understand stack practically? We will see some real-time example. So there are many real-time examples of stack. So consider simple example of plates stacked over one another in a canteen. In a canteen, the plates may be stacked over one another. So the plate which is at the top will be removed first. That is the stack concept. Which is at the bottom, it will be remains in the stack for the longest period. So that is why we call it as last in first out. Next we will see the applications of stacks. Balancing symbols, infix to postfix or and prefix conversion. That is, you are going to convert infix to postfix, postfix to prefix, infix to prefix. So these are the conversion we are going to see in the later sessions. Redo features at many places like editors and Photoshop. You may aware of the undo features. Next, forward and backward features in web browsers. You may have the symbol at this corner, forward and backward in the browsers like Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, and Internet Explorer, etc. used in algorithms like Tower of Hanoi, tree traversal, stock span problem, and histogram problem. Other applications can be backtracking, n-pin problem, and Sudoku solver. In graphical algorithms like topological sorting and strongly connected components. These are some applications of the stack. We will see this in detail in the later sessions. Now we will see the implementation. So there are two ways to implement the stack. One is using array and using linked list. What is an array? Array is a group of element of the same data type, that is homogeneous. Homo means same, homogeneous data type. It is a group of element of a same data type, that you call it as an array. You may aware of this already in the C programming language. Now we will see the C++ program to implement basic stack operation using array. So we will see this program in detail. See here, so hash include iostream.h. So this is the header file. In C you will have hash include std io.h, that is standard input output.h, but in C++ hash include iostream.h. So using namespace std, that is included newly in the C++ defined max up to 1000. That is here, that is the size of the stack. So class name is stack. Already I have given a introduction to the simple basic program. So this is class name is stack, open curly braces, int top. So here there is no access specifier. In the last class I have said detailing about access specifier. There are access specifiers are private, public and protected. See here, public is the access specifier. Below that int a of max. We are declaring the maximum size of the stack using a array. See here, I have not given any access specifier here. If there is no access specifier above any data type and variable in the C++ program, then it will take defaultly as private. Defaultly it will take as private. If you don't want to keep, you can delete it. Then also the compiler will understand that it is under the private. So now public int a of max, maximum size of the stack. So that means it will occupy 1000 here. A of 1000, that is the meaning, A of 1000. So stack is the function here. See, inside the class I have said there will be two things. One is data members and member functions. So here this is, here the class name is stack and the function name is stack. So if both these names are same, then that you call it as constructor. So for the function I am opening the curly braces, top equal to -1. So this is equal to is a assignment operator, you already know. Okay, so that -1 will be assigned to the top. So next we are closing the curly braces for the stack function. Now these are the operations we are going to perform in the stack. So boolean is the data type, push is the function name, and int x is the argument. Already I have said that before going to study C++ using data structure, you should aware of functions clearly. If not, it is very difficult to study the C++ using data structure. See here, return type is boolean, function name is push, argument is int x. This you call it as prototyping function. So int pop, this is another function int peak, this is another function boolean is empty. I am closing the class using the curly braces with semicolon. Now how to write the function, this function? See here, this is the important thing you have to understand. So return type boolean, stack is the class name, scope resolution operator, push in x. So for writing each function you should follow this way. Boolean is the return type, then class name, scope resolution operator, push int x. So here in push what we are going to do? Here we are going to insert the element into the stack. See here, curly braces for this function, open curly braces. If top is greater than or equal to max minus 1, then stack is overflow, return false. Else you add the element that is pushed into the stack. If stack is full, that you call it as overflow. Else you can insert the element into the stack. This else function is closed, and this this else part is closed, and this stack function is closed with the curly braces here. Now next thing, int pop. See how I have written? Int is the return type, stack is the class name, scope resolution and function name. See, int is the return type, class name is stack, and scope resolution, function name is pop. So less than 0, stack underflow. Else you are going to delete in the pop function, x equal to a top minus minus, return x. Next one is, so this is in push is the element, push is the function to insert the element in the stack. Pop is the function to delete the element in the stack. Now we are going to see the peak, whether stack is empty or not. See here, if top is less than 0, stack is empty, return 0, else x equal to a of top, so return x. So we have already seen what is peak. See here at the top, what is peak? Returns the top of the stack. Now we will see the, I have already said how to run the program. Okay, so now we are going to create a object. That is why here the main function comes. Now we are going to create a object. See here, main function, curly braces open, class stack yes. So just you can create stack s also, nothing an issue. So s dot push. So this is s is an object. You are going to push, that is you are going to enter the element into the stack. So here the first element is entered is 10, is at the bottom. Next s dot push, that is 20. So next element is 20. Next we have inserted 3 elements here. One is 10, one is 20 and another one is 30. So where s dot push means we are going to perform, we are calling this function using object. See here, push. So I have inserted 3 elements into this. This is a stack. For example, I have given it a stack. Here will be the memory sizes and location that we will see later. So see here, I am going to pop one element. Which element will be popped? 30, because which element entered last in the stack? 30. So that is last in, first out. See here, 10 is pushed into the stack, 20 is pushed into the stack, 30 is pushed into the stack, 30 is popped out from the stack. See here I have inserted 3 elements, here I have deleted 1 element, that is 30. Last in, first out, which is entered last, that will be deleted first. This is push and this is pop. Okay, this is that's all for this class. In the next class we will see the